for that thumbs up. I appreciate you. Hello, Mustafa. Mustafa. Hey, Mustafa. Hi, Mustafa. How are you? Thank you for saying hello. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. All right, we got music. Y'all know what we gotta do when we have music. We can either talk over the music or we can mute. Okay? Sometimes I don't mind talking or singing over the music, and sometimes we gotta mute, mute, mute. Depends on the mood. Hello, 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 hello. Moving with the purpose. We're moving, moving, moving. Our purpose is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual fitness. So stopping by whether you say hello or not. Because a lot of you are just scrolling through, checking to see if you want to stay for a minute, few seconds, few minutes, portion of the live, so you don't really know me. But you do a lot better than a lot of people that do. So I appreciate you greatly. Hey Beetle, how are you? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. We're on the move. On the move, on the move, on the move. You're welcome. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I've been so busy today. I definitely will not be on an hour today. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe even less. Maybe even less. Because when do we exercise? In the morning, right? We come on every evening, almost every evening, to walk and talk with you guys. I'm good. Thank you for asking. To walk and talk with you guys. So we usually spend like an hour at least. But I have been really busy today. And I will be busy when I get off here. So it might be like 30 minutes. If that. What do I always tell you guys? What do I preach? I encourage an hour. But minimum 30 to 45 minutes. Bare minimum, set your goal for 15. Non-stop. Consistent movement. Okay? Maybe due to time constraints, you can't do 30, 45 an hour. Maybe you don't feel up to it. Whatever it is, still a bare minimum of 15 minutes. Okay, guys? A bare minimum. And if you're going to do 15 minutes, you need to move. All right? You need to move with a purpose. Put those, look, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Boom, boom, boom. Move with a purpose. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you're going to get out here and do it, you got to get out here and make it count, right? But as always, over here in Lions Pride, what do we say? Consult your primary healthcare provider. Be that your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant. If you had any injuries in the past, physical therapist, occupational therapist, right? A lot of it is in what? The diet. For some of us, half of it is in the diet. So your nutritionist, your dietitian. It's all about physical as well as what? Mental. So your psychologist, your psychiatrist, okay? So God knows. Please consult them. Please, please, please. All right? And we don't just walk and talk because it sounds cute. We do it for a plethora of health reasons, right? It shows you a lot as far as what you can do and what you cannot do. Okay, so pay attention when you walk and talk. It's not just a cute little phrase. Pay attention. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body speak to you. Listen to your body speak to you. Pay attention and listen. Okay? Listen to how your body feels. Listen to what your body says and act accordingly. Don't try to keep up with your YouTube neighbor. Don't try to keep up with your neighbor at home, your friends, your siblings, your parents, right? I tell you guys a lot of times, sometimes parents are they can do more than we can do. I just shared this on my community. Oh, thank you, Beetle. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Sometimes our parents can get out here and move faster than us, right? They're more flexible and limber than we are. So you find yourself competing with people. All you'll feel like all the time is that you're in a race, in a losing race, because you don't know other people. All you know is what they show you. So you're trying to compete with them, and you're competing where you don't compare. Okay? Empty purse, your wallet, your pocketbook, trying to keep up. Don't do that. It's your physical fitness. Do what you can do. There are new things you would like to do. Do those things. That's why we have these channels, right? But you know your limits. You know your limits. You know your limits. And when you know that you have limits, stop trying to push yourself to the limit. All right? You push yourself to do more as your body and mind tolerates, but stop trying to push yourself to the limits of others. Is it your health journey, or is it the journey of someone else that you're trying to attain, trying to follow, trying to go through? It's your health journey. So you can take cues from people, tips, but you cannot do what they do. And even when you can do what they do, that may not be the thing for you. All right? That may not be the thing for you. Just like your routine, your regimen, your plan, your schedule may not be the thing for the next person. So listen to your body talk, to what it tells you. Pay attention, okay? And one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, you keep moving. Keep moving. Consistently, and be persistent about it. You got to try to have some type of difference. Everybody can exercise, but nobody wants to watch everybody doing the same thing. Duh. So make your journey just that, your journey, your own. So left, 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 right, left. You never know, you might be setting yourself up to compete with an athlete, former athlete, military person. Okay? And when you're doing that, you don't get the results that your mind wants. You don't get the results that you want mentally. You don't get the results that you want mentally. And most times, you definitely don't get the results that you want physically. If you're doing it because that's your journey, of course. But to compete, because you're constantly trying to compete, so you really don't know what your journey is. Don't allow somebody else's journey to be your journey. We all can have similar goals, right? But when you fall to doing every and any little thing, or attempting to do, trying to do, someone else does, you can end up broke. And even if you're broke, why waste money when you can figure out things on your own? Take cues and figure out things on your own. Be encouraged. You guys know I don't motivate. I have no qualms saying I don't, because I have before, and that turned out to be a stalkerish situation. Okay? Stalkerville. But I will encourage you to do the things that you have set your mind to do. I encourage you to reach those goals that you have set, to start working on reaching them, right? Short-term and long-term goals. Short-term and long-term goals. It has been 15 minutes. It's kind of quick. That was kind of quick. So we may do another 5 to 15. It just depends. I'm kind of pushed for time, so we'll do another 5 for sure. All right, that's the plan. God's will, we'll do at least another 5. And thank you guys for coming into the chat. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. And if you like being here and you haven't subscribed, subscribe or consider subscribing and come on back. It's best subscribe this time. You may not be able to find the channel. Okay? Okay? And if you don't like being here, if something bothers you about being here, why do you come here? People realize people don't run their channels the way they run their channels. I still see that people don't realize that. People don't have to think the way you think, right? What's hogwash to you may be a golden nugget to someone else. What's a golden nugget to someone else may be hogwash to you, and vice versa. So why do you keep coming to listen to the hogwash? We drop nuggets over here, okay? So you either pick those nuggets up and you run with them until they turn into diamonds, okay? Gold, whatever, rubies and pearls and all that stuff. Well, the nuggets aren't going to turn to pearls, but you know what I mean. And you use those nuggets to help you, to encourage you to do the things that you know that you want to do, but you haven't done yet, or that you're doing, but maybe you need some encouragement to continue to get more active, to do it more regularly, to schedule yourself, okay, to pace yourself. Now, sometimes we have to slow down. Sometimes you can be moving too fast because you're moving too fast trying to keep up with someone else and you don't know what you're doing. Slow down, know your role, know your place, know your space, and know your pace, okay? Slow down, know your role, know your place, know your space, and know your pace. And things will work out much better for you. And when they don't, you just rearrange some things. Just like when you're exercising. You're not seeing the results that you have been seeing for the past couple of weeks, couple of months. You're no longer seeing results and it's been like 2 weeks. You got to change something up because you've hit a plateau. In the fitness world, you've hit a plateau. So you need to do something different, right? I'm sure I hear somebody else trying to communicate that. I'm sure I will hear someone else trying to communicate that. But when you hit that plateau, you need to switch it up and do something differently. So left, right, left. Keep moving. Think of a cadence. Cadences are nice to walk to, right? Remember, before you get started, you want to stretch, warm up, do your exercises, cool down, and stretch again. If you need to at any time during the course of your exercise routine, your exercise workout, you need to stop and stretch again, do so. If you need to rest, do so. If you get a Charlie horse, slow down and or stop and just restart. There's nothing wrong with restarting. There's nothing wrong with slowing down. There's nothing wrong with stopping, taking a break. And there's nothing wrong with restarting, right? And listen, get you a monitor, especially depending on what your goals are. And if your goal is just to get up and get moving, we got traffic, so you know we got action, so we just march, right? If your goal is to just get moving, you don't need to be putting yourself under the stress of somebody else who wants to have a watch to see how many steps. The most important thing to me is that you make those steps, especially if you're just starting. Making the steps, taking the steps are what's most important, right? Plan out your regimen, your routine, your schedule, your goals. Then start focusing on your number of steps. Some of us just need to get started, Okay? Some of us just need to get started. But too many are too busy wanting to impress the onlookers with the number of steps. You know, most, I won't say most, but a lot of us hit 10K steps before 11 o'clock in the morning. So the steps aren't like, the number of steps isn't what's most important, right? If it takes you 2 hours to walk a mile and another person 5 minutes to jog a mile, you both done a mile. Now, that being said, it's going to impact you differently, right? But you have moved. You have moved consistently. You didn't give up. You didn't stop. You kept moving, right? You kept moving. So what took you an hour took someone else 5 minutes. But you didn't give up. You kept moving. So keep moving. Keep moving. And when I say keep moving, that means to keep moving, to keep walking, to keep jogging, to keep running, to keep skipping, to keep swimming, to keep playing tennis, basketball, football, hockey, mountain climbing. Keep riding your bike through the neighborhood. Stay on your stationary bike. Keep doing that. Keep biking. Keep at it on your treadmill, your mini stepper, your walking pad. Keep moving. Keep going. Keep moving, grooving. Keep going and knowing. Keep cruising. Okay? Keep pushing. Keep pulling. Sometimes we gotta pull. That's why I say I don't motivate. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, your shoelaces, okay? All right? Once you've done that, I want to encourage you to just do what it is in your mind that you have set to do. Do whatever goal it is that you've decided is your goal, be it short term or long term. And do it the way that's conducive to you improving your health and fitness. They say that your health is your wealth. What do I tell you guys? Fitness are your wealth. Okay? They're priceless. Your health and fitness are your wealth. They're priceless. So keep moving, keep going, keep pushing, keep walking, keep doing all of those cardiovascular activities that I tell you to do, right? There's such a variety. And when you're exercising, make sure that you get your resistance weight training in at least twice a week. Doesn't have to be heavy weights. You don't have to be Hercules. You don't have to be Wonder Woman. Okay? You don't have to be the Incredible Hulk. You don't have to be She-Ra. Just get it in. And when you get those exercises in, ladies especially, because a lot of men know, and a lot of ladies know too. Remember, certain body parts you don't want to be extremely big, right? If you're going to work that part, you work the full part. You don't want to look like Popeye the Sailor Man, okay? Now, body lifters, different story. But if you're exercising for health and fitness, study what you want to do. Study what you want to do so that you will know proper form, proper technique, and just the proper way to do those things that you want to do, okay? You want to make sure that you're doing things the correct way. Proper form, proper structure, proper technique, the proper way, right? Because you got people around here wanting certain parts of their bodies to be big or more toned, and you should want your whole body toned. But you need to know what type of exercises you need to be doing to acquire being toned, to acquire just overall fitness, and to acquire muscle. Women, we want to acquire more muscle, right? But we don't want to look like Popeye the Sailor Man, okay? Hey, Robert. How are you, Robert? How are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome into the live. I appreciate you for being here. I got Just Beetle. I got Robert. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Thursday. How are you? How are you? How are you? You're wonderful. Good to hear that. Having a happy Thursday. I'm having a happy Thursday. I hope you're having a happy, thoughtful, thankful, thirsty Thursday. And when I say thirsty Thursday, I don't mean it in a negative way, right? We can flip words around, can't we? We can be thirsty for knowledge, thirsty for good health, thirsty for improvement, thirsty for a lot of good things. So it's nothing wrong with being a little thirsty, okay? On this thankful, thoughtful, thirsty Thursday. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. Again, you can be thirsty for a lot of good things. A lot of good things. Thirsty for knowledge. Thirsty for good health. Thirsty for a good mindset. Thirsty for good vibes. Thirsty for good situations, good people, good things. And if you find yourself amongst people who give you a drought, okay? Because it's good to be well nourished and replenished, right? Hydrated. You don't want to be around those who provide drought, barren, Arizona desert-like stuff. You don't want to be around, right? So if someone is offering you that, get away from it. You don't have to make your announcements. Get away from it. Don't be thirsty in a negative way. A lot of times people are so thirsty they just cannot help but to make their announcement. If you want to leave, leave. Right? If you want to remove yourself from certain situations, remove yourself. You don't have to make the announcements. The announcement just shows you want the attention. When you want good things in a good thirsty way, you don't have to make those announcements. Your actions will show. Right? Tell yourself. You tell yourself, that's the key. When you tell yourself over and over, that's the key. Robert says, yes, amen. Okay? Yep. The little flickering lights, I got it. It's hot though, Robert, it's hot. It's hot, but I got it. I'm gonna be on probably another 5 minutes because I've been really, really busy today and I got a lot of more stuff to do. So I'm not gonna be out here long tonight. Because y'all know, keep it moving. That's right, Robert, keep it moving. Y'all know, walking at night ain't nothing for me. We've been doing this. We don't have to announce it, right? You see it. We don't have to announce it. You see it. I used to tell y'all I would do mornings, afternoons, and night, right? A lot of times I go walking at night and I'm not live because I'm with family and friends. And it's just something we get together a couple of times out of the week and do. But I don't have to make the announcement like, ooh, congratulations. We're not new to this. We're true to this. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Sometimes people have to make an announcement about everything. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Like, let your actions speak. Let your actions speak. Again, it's Thirsty Thursday. Usually it's Thoughtful Thursday. Sometimes I say thirsty. And of course it's Thankful Thursday. Listen, every day is thankful, right? God allows you to see a day. I pray, right? So I can say that's a given, that you're thankful, but I just can't say that for everybody because maybe, you never know what's going on with people. But hopefully you're thankful, all right? On not just Thursday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We name these days because they sound cute. And so that's why I really enjoy Thoughtful Thursday. Thoughtful Thursday. Think of some things. Thinking Thursday, right? Think of some things that are good for you. Think of some things that you would like to do to improve certain areas of your life. Hey, Joyelle, sis. Sis, happy Thankful Thursday to you in the chat. Thank you, Joyelle. Robert says true. Thoughtful Thursday. Yeah, we're supposed to be thankful And truth be told, we should be thankful for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and do it again. And I know on Monday, a lot of times people, they're like, oh my gosh, it's Monday. Listen, embrace Monday. Embrace Monday the same way you embrace the weekend, okay? It's another day, it's another 24 hours that the Lord has made. So embrace Monday as much as you embrace the weekend, and stop pushing time. Stop pushing. I know sometimes we have these things we're looking forward to, good celebrations. Right, that's good. But sometimes people are like, I can't wait till the weekend. We all have done it. I do it. I've done it. But now I just kind of relish and cherish each day. Not that I wasn't doing that then, but it's usually something that makes you say you can't wait until the weekend. Like an upcoming event, or maybe you're just ready to be off work. You work Monday through Friday. But let me tell you, even if you have like a wedding or something coming up on that Saturday, take your time and just get through the week, okay? Because it'll be there before you know it, okay? Take your time and get through the week. Take your time. Yes, Joyelle, Tenacious Thursday, Tactful Thursday, and Therapeutic. Come on, Joyelle. That's why we get Joyelle in the chat, Robert. Joyelle has her own, listen, she's going to come up with some good stuff to tell us. Then she has her own dialect. Her own dialect, her own verbiage, her own language. She has all that. Miss Pride Podcast Show. Oh, thank you, Robert. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And see, and that's what I was saying, like earlier this week. If you get along, get the heck on, move on. You don't have to announce that you're leaving. You don't have to announce what makes you mad that other people do. Now, if it's personal, yeah, I'll let you know. But you always got people fussing about other people. Y'all see those people that complain about other people's complaints? Is that not like hypocrisy, kind of, Because they be complaining about the same things. They complain about somebody else complaining about the same thing. Don't complain about somebody else complaining when you complain too. Just keep moving. Keep moving. One step at a time. One foot in front of the other. Move what's hard to move. Get up and move. Sometimes it's hard to get up and move. Moving your mouth is easy. Right? Moving your mouth is easy. Hi, Robert. Nice to meet you. Oh, thank you, Joyelle. See, look at there. Robert says, likewise, Miss Joyelle. Now, I like that. I like that. That's what we're here to do. Communicate, network. Network doesn't mean you got to leave the chat and have this big collaboration or work together. It means that you can be cordial with each other, polite to each other, interact with each other. Do you have to? No. Does that mean something wrong? No. But that's what people do. And stop doing little slick stuff and thinking people just not going to pay attention, okay? That's what we do over here. We try to just get along over here. And I tell people, if you come into my chat and someone is in the chat that you don't click with or you don't get along with, what's my motto, y'all? See and don't see. We're adults. See and don't see. Because I say it all the time. You got people who live in the same house together, won't speak to each other for days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months. But they get on these social media apps and they act like they can't reside in a chat with someone for 30 minutes to an hour unless they got to throw some slick shade, unless they got to say something ugly. Apparently, if you don't get along, that means you have had an altercation within somewhere, or you just don't get along. So see and don't see. Keep it moving. Keep moving. I'm like, y'all, at work, you see people that you're supposed to work with, even though you don't get along, you're supposed to have a common goal, right? Getting the work done. right? Some of you guys, not you guys, but I'm just saying, you never know who catches the replay. Somebody might need to hear this. Sometimes you will now if a person won't communicate with you, cool. But sometimes you have a common cause at work. Just because you don't like your coworker or the coworker doesn't like you, you guys, your job, you slack on the job because you don't want to talk to each other. You don't want to communicate. Some people will say, well, I don't have to talk to her, which is true. We just got to get the work done. We talk as it relates to work. And a lot of times that's the way you should be to have your work, to make sure that your work is complete, to make sure that you're doing it the right way. You don't need a whole bunch of talking sometimes at work, you know? But you have some people who are so angry with someone else that they won't talk to them at work in order to get the job done effectively. They won't throw a subliminal, they will just not talk to them. But then they come on social media, and I don't know if they're taking all that rage out that they would like to throw at the coworker or the spouse or the siblings or the parents or the kids, the cousins, the friends, the enemies. But because they're on social media, they act like they can't ignore people that they don't get along with. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Let me slow down a little bit, y'all. I'm gonna do like a 5-minute cool down. And then I'm gonna get out of here because I got some running around to do. But I gotta run to the house first because it's hot, it's humid today. It's been cooler this month, but it's humid today. And for some reason, it's humid tonight. So I gotta run and jump in the shower, okay? I got to jump in the shower. Me and Joya had this discussion yesterday. Let me look at the comments. Let's see. Robert says, right. Joya says, well, you should be the change you wish to see. Exactly. Walk into your own purpose. And mind, pay. Come on, Joya. Quit complaining about other people complaining. Because doesn't that circle back around and do a 360 on you? Just keep moving if you're tired of the complaining. Any place I don't like to be, anything I don't like to hear, anything I don't like to see, I keep moving. Unless there's a reason for me to check in and peep in, right? If there's no reason for me to do it, and I don't, and mind the business that pays you. Stop worrying about other people's business with other people, right? Stop worrying about other people's business with other people. Pleasure is mine, Miss Sure, yeah, absolutely. A kind word never harmed anyone. Exactly. That's why I say if you don't get along with someone in this chat and you guys get to chatting or talking, you never know. You might end up getting along. Is that bad? Is that so bad? I have seen people not get along, and by the end of a particular live, they're cordial with each other. So that's why my motto is: if you don't get along, move on and get on. But if one happens to break the ice and says a kind word and the other one doesn't respond, ooh, cool. What is, I don't know what that is. It's some sort of truck. I'm sorry, y'all. Cool. If one breaks the ice and the other one doesn't respond, cool. But you never know. Maybe they will. That's not being weak. That's not being any type of way. That's just being an adult. You don't really have any big issues, because most of the times the people don't have a big issue, you know, and even when they do, just saying a hello is going to garner a response or not. If they don't say hello back, sometimes are ignored. Sometimes people don't hold the phone the whole time that they're watching someone's live. So if they don't speak to you and you can see them in the chat right after that, I can see maybe you thinking, well, they're just not ready to speak yet. Fine. So what? Keep it moving. You don't have to start saying little slick, shady stuff in the chat. We're not teenagers, right? And if they do respond in a positive way, guess what? One of you broke the ice, the other one responded, and I'm thinking and hoping now that you're more comfortable in the chat, right? So what's the harm in being more comfortable in the chat? Even though we don't have to meet each other, we don't know each other. So worst case scenario, don't say anything, but don't disrupt the chat, and don't even throw slick messages at each other. Respect the chat, respect the content creator. The best is right. The best way to be, the best thing to do is to pray about it. Let me slow down a little bit because I said I was going to slow down. I've been walking at the same pace. Let me. Miss Joyelle is the co-host of Miss Pride Podcast Show. I'm just a listener. I throw some. I have some music. All right, now, Robert, give us some good music. Joyelle says, Robert, your feedback and music is valuable. Yep. Valuable. Very valuable. Very valuable. Oh me, oh my. The best is exactly pray about it. All you can do is pray about it. You can't you can't operate in a workplace by not being a professional team player. Exactly. And you don't have to like each other, you don't have to love each other. You really can just stick to work conversation. But after working together for a while, unless you really just done something that was just, the person is just like, no, it's never going to be anything but this, then fine. As long as you can communicate and work. Because I have seen people who won't even communicate to do the work. That's crazy. That's crazy. You got to communicate to do the work. You have a common goal. You have a common goal to get the work done. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. You take care as well. I'm about to get off of here. Let me see, about 3 more minutes. I've been on like 42 minutes. My goal was to come on here and do like 30. 30, and I had said like 15 to 20, but y'all know how I do. Even when I'm in a hurry, I go like 15 to 30 minutes longer than I said, don't I? 15 to 30 minutes longer than I said. I got to start sticking to what I say. Now, I have been kind of keeping it to an hour. Sometimes we go a little bit over, maybe up into an hour and a half. That's okay. Oh, Lord, they holding. And now what was wrong with that? Why, YouTube, why were you holding that for review? We just laughing out loud. Joya, I'm glad you can see it because I don't know, maybe when they hold it for a review, I'm not sure if everybody else in the chat can see it because I can see it, but I have to click on it to see what it is. I remember yesterday you said that you could see it. Joyelle, they just be mad because you got your own language. But again, happy Thoughtful Thursday, you guys. Happy Thirsty Thursday in a good way. And happy Thankful Thursday. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Sis Joyelle. I wish I could stay on here a little bit longer, but I got to go. I got some stuff I got to do. And girl, I got to go home. Like I said, we got to get in there and bathe. Okay? We got to bathe. Enjoy all the stuff I be seeing. That's why I'm wondering if the other people in the chat, like when they hold the comment, I know the content creator can see that as hell, but I wonder if like other people in the chat can see it. I know you can see it. I couldn't see it until I clicked on it. With all the crazy stuff they be letting, all the crazy stuff that they let in there, I don't know what be the problem. It's just a damn shame. Oh, y'all, I'm sorry. I hit the mute button. I hit that mute button because I said one curse word. This channel is not made for kids, YouTube. It's not made for kids, okay? Love you too, sis. Thank you for being here. They just have a thing for messing with me. Y'all leave Joyelle alone. I be appreciating you too, YouTube. I appreciate my subscribers, my moderators, the good trolls, the ones that come through here. Sometimes trolls come through here and have a conversation when ain't nobody else in here. So I gotta say I appreciate the good trolls. And I appreciate YouTube. It was normal talk. It was normal talk. Thank you, sis. You know what it is. Y'all, it's almost the weekend. Tomorrow is the preview to the weekend. Okay? I'll say after 5 o'clock, it is officially the weekend on Friday. Right? free for all, fantastic, fabulous Friday. So I always encourage you guys to just take some time each and every day to just sit down. Whether you're at work, sometimes you just got to do it at work. But even if you work, once you get off, just try to sit down. When you get home with the kids, even before you get to the homework, for 10 to 15 minutes and just take some deep breaths in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and have some you time, okay? It's called me time. But since I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to say have some you time, okay? In and out. In and out. And remember to relax, release, relate to what you can, okay? Resolve what you can. Remember who you are, who you would like to be, where you would like to go. Replenish, restore, refill. Some people see the cup as half empty, some see it as half full. Either way, it's half, okay? So fill it up, refill, give yourself a refill. Respect, all right? Respect others. And when others don't respect you, hey, we can say command and demand respect, but some people just don't know how to do that. So when they don't respect you, keep moving. Keep moving. Okay? Back in the come on. Come on, back in the meantime, Joyelle. Let me be great with my sister. That's right. That's right. And I appreciate you. I really, truly do. I love and appreciate you, Joyelle. I really do. So, use some of our words. Reflect. All right? Refocus, reset, and restart. Y'all know R is one of my favorite letters. We got a lot of good words that can come from the letter R. And one of my favorite words, SELF, self, self-love, self-motivation. Motivate your damn self. Okay? Self-education, self-respect, self-control, self-evaluate, self-esteem. Okay? Okay? Remember, peace is the requirement. So when you make peace the requirement, it automatically becomes the reward. Okay? Some people say that peace is the reward. When you don't let people bother you, they say peace is the reward. Well, when you make peace the requirement, it becomes the reward automatically. Okay? Automatically make it the requirement so that it automatically becomes the reward. All right? Yes, self-love is the best love. Come on. Put God first. We know we put family first. The kids, we're running around, we're doing things, and that's just what we do as parents. That's what we do as aunties. That's what we do as community mothers. And fathers. That's just what we do. Right? But always make sure you're putting God first. And make sure that you put yourself first so that you can continue to do the things that are conducive to you and your family being in the places that you would want to be, doing the things that you want to do, okay? Having things the way that you would like them to be, all right? So I wish you guys, like what Joyelle said, peace, positivity, and prosperity, okay? Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity live together, dance together, roam together, walk together, you will fail to prosper to your fullest potential. I'm not going to tell you you're not going to prosper. But just think about it. If you let negativity and chaos weigh on you, it's going to hold you back a little bit. It's going to weigh on you. What I just said, weigh. So, life is life. Sometimes things weigh on us. But the unnecessary, try your best to remove that unnecessary chaos, that unnecessary negativity. And some people are just so miserable. They're just going to try to make you miserable anyway, especially on these apps. And listen, I fall short because I give into it sometimes and I get right back petty too. But in a general scheme of things, you can always tell when they've been affected. So don't let these people bother you. Brush them off. Brush them off your shoulder, the other shoulder. Just brush them out of the way. Skit, skit. Like you tell a cat, scat, scat. Scat, scat. Thank you, Joyelle. Sis, you have a beautiful Friday, too. Joyelle said that part. Scat, scat. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more, no more, no. Hit the road. Hit the road. Scat, skit, skedaddle. And if you're not bothered, you won't be bothered. Okay? So don't let bother people bother you. Peace, positivity, and prosperity. Remember those 3 P's so that you can walk patiently, positively into your purpose. Okay? And if your peace is purpose, then it all comes full circle, right? Peace, positivity, and walk positively into your purpose to allow you some peace. Maybe not total peace, but a good deal of peace. See, it goes 360 full circle. We started with peace and we walked patiently and purposefully, positively into our purpose and had a result of peace. See, Joyelle says, scat cat. Joyelle, you know I had to kind of start switching it out because I'm like, you know, they be wanting to say, what is she singing that? Is she singing a certain song? You don't be wanting to get the copyright. Because I have seen people, they will copyright you for singing. And we went to the land on joy. Yes. Okay. And went to the land on joy. Bye, sis. Thank you for being in here. I appreciate you again. Love you. I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow. I usually take a day or 2 off. I think I've gone live every day this week. So I might do tomorrow off and do a day during the weekend, or I might just keep going. I might just keep going every day. Who knows? But we go live most days over here, most evenings. So hopefully you guys can make it. If we're not tomorrow, maybe Saturday or Sunday. And I would appreciate you. Much love to you. Because you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to spend a little time with me over here in Lions Pride as I can talk. All right? Yes, Joyelle. Rest. 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 I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, sis.